Hi, everybody. Woo!
Hi.
I got my clapper today.
Whoa.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. We're so excited. We've got Shaine here today. Shaine, say hi to everybody.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Everybody's like, hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited to talk to you today and to interview you today. Where are you joining us from, may I ask?
I am joining from Virginia in the U.S.
All right. And are you originally from Jamaica?
I am, yep. I only moved here less than 2 years ago.
Okay, so how did you hear about us?
Well, actually, this is quite funny. I heard about you because I actually worked with NCB.
Okay.
So I would see you guys on the building all the time, yourself, Andrew, and Lorette. And I first heard you speak at our sales convention.
Right, okay.
So for a couple of years, you would come and you'll tell us, how as salespersons, how to market ourselves and how to use social media responsibly. And always at the end, you spoke about Fiverr.
Right.
So I would hear about you. And I always thought, Fiverr, okay, but I was one of those, who wants to work for $5? I can't work for $5. That was me at first. Singing, you always mention, making birthday cards, singing. And I think I heard it for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And yeah, that was it.
Okay, yay! We love NCB, so I love hearing that you used to work for NCB. You were in sales. Were you insurance?
Insurance, yes.
Insurance.
I worked
Okay.
in insurance.
And the reason that we love people from NCB, and a lot of NCB people have taken a lot of our classes, is because they are driven, motivated, and have great experience. Like once you work in sales or, something like that, you're like ready to be your own boss. NCB really puts you in a good position to, build you up so that you can feel that you can do your thing. So I'm excited. That's a really good story. Andrew's not on here right now, but he's going to be excited for that because we just talked about, helping some of the at NCB because
I heard it yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, so we're excited for that. So, hey, everybody. All right, people are joining us. Welcome. We've got Shaine here. She lives in Virginia. You said Virginia, right?
Virginia, yeah.
She lives in Virginia, originally from Jamaica. So how did you get to Virginia? Was it a job?
No, I migrated in 2017. So when I migrated, I originally lived in Florida. Mm-hmm. And a few months afterwards, I moved to Virginia. So I've been in Virginia for a little over a year.
Nice. And are you full-time working online now?
I work full-time from home. Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. Always wanted to do. That's something that I always wanted to do.
Wow. Thank you. I'm so excited. And what course did you take of ours?
I actually did the Getting Paid to Type. Getting paid to type. Yeah.
So that's where you started. But you've branched into other things since then, haven't you? You do more than
I didn't hear you properly.
I said you do more than transcription, don't you?
I do, yeah. I do transcription. I make phone calls. I do typing, and I do virtual assistants. I do whatever is covered, whatever the clients want under virtual assistants. I offer that service.
Okay. So what was your biggest order that you've gotten from a client? Like how much was it?
You know what's funny? So yesterday you guys were talking about sermons.
Yes.
Today I got my biggest clients $600 to do some sermons.
No. Did you pay for that when you were hearing us say, we're like, please, let me do some sermons?
Because I've done quite a bit of sermons, prayer meetings, prayer calls, all sorts of sermons. And just today someone contacted me. They wanted me to do some sermons. And I got it. But prior to that, it was $450.
That is crazy. So after you listened to that live and we were talking, if you guys missed the live that we did with Andrew Reed, you need to see it. It's on the page. Look for it. They need to watch that, don't they, Shaine?
Yes, that was awesome.
All the way to the end. You need to watch that one all the way to the end. The closer it gets to the end, the more energy Andrew gets. And like yelling at us. He was preaching. And so one of the things, just to bring people up to speed, one of the things that Andrew was saying was he was like, how did he bring up the sermons? Do you remember, Shaine?
I think he was saying that person. I think you mentioned that someone was doing flyers for their church, and he started saying, yes, everybody in church wants a service, and right. So that's how it started.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that they do transcribe sermons, and we were just giving an example of like Joel Osteen, Mike Murdoch, T.D. Jakes. They get all their sermons transcribed and turned into books. Yeah. So do you have a transcription gig up yet that says, I will transcribe your sermon?
I do not.
Why not?
I need to do that.
Tomorrow, right?
Yes, I can do that just tonight. And as soon as I'm done, I'll get that done.
That's because you're an action taker. I love the people who are like, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it while you're talking, right? So I love that. I love that. I think there's so much opportunity out there for us. And I love it that you're in Virginia right now. So you migrated from Jamaica to the U.S. and you just work from home full time. You're not going to go seek a job outside the home. You got 2 kids and you're just making your living in America.
Yes. So actually, when I just came, I actually was doing a 9-to-5. Okay. But I always wanted to work from home. So when I decided to move to Virginia, I said, this is the opportune time to get started. So I actually did the course. I did it in July, but I had a lot of fear, self-doubt, all of that. I did it in July. I took I think about 2 months to put my gig up, which was way too long. And at that time, persons were in the group offering, I remember Amanda used to do it and Leighton used to do it. If persons were willing to do testing. And so I did a 5-minute test for Amanda. I did another one. And I said to myself, Amanda is going to give me my first paid job. And a couple of hours after, I got my first paid job from Amanda. And that was October. So it was like 3 months, way too long as I said. But once I got started, oh my God, it was just a snowball effect.
It just snowballed.
Yeah.
So you just said something that's really important that a lot of people don't do. And I want to ask you why you think people don't do it. But you said that what you did was you volunteered to do some work. So like you did some work for Amanda to get tested. Were you paid for that test?
I was not paid for that test. But when I was done, I had so much confidence because she was so pleased with what I did. And with that, she gave me so much feedback that I was able to improve.
Yes.
So when I actually started getting paid, I could use some of those things that I learned to ensure that I delivered a great transcript. Yeah. There's so much value in that.
There is. And we teach that all the time. And, when I'm probably twice your age, Shaine, but back when I was young, starting, I used to do so much work for free. I can't even tell you how many internships I had just to learn different things that got me the places that I wanted to go. But so often people don't do, like when I was in college, I had at least 3 internships in different places, putting in all these hours just to see, hey, maybe this is a career I want to go into. But when I talk to college students nowadays, they're not interning. They're not doing things for free to build their skill set. What's going on? Why don't people want to, build their skill set and knowledge by saying, hey, let me do something for you? And you don't even have to pay me for it, because those always turn into the biggest opportunities. And you just said it, but why don't other people do what you did?
As I said, a lot of persons think that they don't want to offer anything for free because, as I said, they don't see the value in it. But especially if you do work outside of Fiverr and you have a website, and you're just starting, do some free work and ask for a testimonial in exchange. So you do the work and ask for a referral, a testimonial on your website, so that when other persons go there, they can see that there's a lot of value in that. And you get experience. Yeah.
If you guys understand what she's saying, because it's a good message, I just want you to type into the comments. I just want you to say got it so that she can see that you understand it. Right below, just write got it so she sees that you've got it. This point is very important. And I love the fact that she's giving us her secrets to success. She's telling us exactly what she did. Can you follow in those same footsteps? Of course you can. So whether you took the transcription course, if you took that course at getpaidtotype.com, you can be in that Facebook group and asking people, hey, who needs me to do some free work for you? I'd love to do 10 minutes of transcription for free. So you can test me out and hire me in the future. Look for the people that are always giving out jobs. Leighton, Amanda. Who else is always giving out jobs in that group? Shaine, do you know off the top of your head?
I do.
You do, right?
Yes.
Right. And if somebody came to you and say, hey, give me a transcript, I'll do it for free to prove myself because I want to work for you, would you say yes?
I do. Even the persons that I pay, whenever they send a transcript back, I always give them some feedback on how they can, the first couple of pages, I'll say, okay, this is what you need to do here, there, and you can see where they improve over time.
Right. And here's a mindset that Lakeisha is talking about. This is a mindset of someone who's not setting themselves up for success. This is a mindset of a person that I cannot stand. I try to change mindsets all the time, so I have a lot of patience because I've seen people have the wrong mindset and I can shift them, but it's ultra frustrating. But it's also because of our, our culture in Jamaica and some of the things that we've been taught that we have the wrong mindset, right? So Lakeisha says, nobody wants to do work for free or a $5 job. They say $5 is crap. But Lakeisha is saying $5 jobs built me up. And every single person who's making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, we have a guy who's making $6,000 a month, said they started off by doing free work or $5 jobs. Not one of them said, you know what, I started off by charging $100 for my first job. Everybody started up building up their skill sets, their profile, their knowledge, right, and their confidence. But the mindset that we have, I'm not just talking about Jamaicans, but the mindset that a lot of us have is, that's not enough money. I want to start off with big dollars. No, you start off where you start off. Build up your foundation, your experience, your views, right? And then you'll get to the place that you need to be. So for all of those of you listening, and if you know someone who has the wrong mindset, go ahead and share this video or mention them in the comments. Call them out on it because they need to hear this message. They need to hear what she's saying. Because you need to build your skill set and your confidence so that you can, Jean says, got it, girl, straight talk, right? You need to really make sure that you put in the blood, sweat, and tears, that you have those sleepless nights, that all of us, every single one of us that are successful right now. And I'm going to ask you about your journey, but we have lost nights. I think myself and my sister, when we're building up our business, I think the most amount of sleep we went without was 2 nights. And that was really hard, but we had adrenaline and we were working on a project and then we just crashed. But Lorette was working on a project. She created a product. We're launching a new product. She created a product in 2 days. Last night, she was up till maybe 3 a.m. and then got up again at 6 a.m. And, she was creating her product. And so I think that a lot of us, there's no room in this game for lazy, right? Oh, yeah. There really isn't. And a lot of people don't want to do what they've got to do to build their online business. And that's okay. Just jump off of this live, unfollow the page, right? And go find a job, go do something else. But, this group and this community are for people who are like, whatever has to be done, I'm going to do it in order to build my life, my financial future, help other people, help my family. Because, we're about sharing, spreading messages and building each other up. Now here, Lakeisha said, I did a free 13-minute file when I just started. I've gotten almost 300 orders after that free 13-minute file, right? Yeah. So, of course, when Lakeisha tries to help other people by doing the same thing, and they're like, no, it's not enough money, she must be like, you are missing out. What is
so true?
You?
Yeah, that's so true.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Blessed says, back in 2012, $5 is where we started. Trudy-Ann says, the wise man builds his house upon the rocks, right? So
that's my best friend. Thanks for tuning in, Trudy.
Hi, Trudy. Give her a nice hi. Come on, Shaine. Give her a nice hi.
Hi, Trudy. Thank you so much.
And so Roseanne said, I do $5 jobs even though my gig has $10, but at the end of the day, it adds up. That's also true, right? What do we say? Every mickle makes a muckle.
Every mickle makes a muckle. Listen, Alicia, $5 took me to level 1. When I started, I was offering 1 hour $5. And that is what got me to level 1. And it got me to level 1 in 3 months.
Wow. And then you could
$5 jobs. And then after that, I went right up incrementally until I got clients in. I have clients with me who started at $5 and they're still with me, even though I'm charging more.
And they're paying more?
And they're paying more, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah. Awesome. Somebody says you're dropping a lot of value. So you're dropping a lot of value right there, right?
Thank you.
So Kanisha says that she's up for free work since she's a newbie and hasn't gotten her first order yet. So she's hearing your message and she's acknowledging it and saying she's up for it. Kathy Ann says start small and then you will grow, which is true as well, right?
That's true.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now. What is a day like for you? Everybody wants to know, what's your day like? You've got 2 kids, you're working on
more than 2 kids, but
how many kids do you have?
I have 3. I have 3. Yes. I have 3.
One.
So 12 to 4 years old. And the 4-year-old.
So ages 12, 4, and what's the other one?
Almost 10 and 4.
Okay, I missed the 10-year-old.
Yes.
10-year-old. So
and the 4-year-old is home all day. So now that school has started, my day depends on what I have to deliver, what my deliverables are. But I'm not a morning person. So I usually work up until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Wow.
You get 2-3 hours sleep up to get the kids ready for school. Then I get a couple hours after that. Then I get back home. Because
give them and then go back to sleep.
And then go back to sleep. And then I might get another 2-3 hours. Then I'm at it again. But if I have deliverables during that time, I have to stay up and get them done.
That's right.
So that's a typical day for me. It all depends on what the demand is as well.
So walk us through this $600 order that you got yesterday. Tell us a little bit about what came in. Did you negotiate the price? Tell us about the sermon for $600. We're excited.
So what happened? The person messaged me. Like I get messages every single day. Okay. Several messages. So the person messaged me. They told me how many hours of that they had to do, and I told them what my price was. And they told me, well, this is what I can afford right now. So I said, okay, I will give you a discount. I won't be able to do the entire amount that you want, but this is what I can do. And I actually I discounted it deeply because when I listened to the sample, it wasn't difficult. It's really just one person, and it was very clear. So it's less work. So I okay. And even if I should tell you, I outsource most of my files.
Okay.
So I did, even if I have to outsource, will I still profit from it? It made sense. It was best to discount it and get the business in than to stick to my price and lose all of that money.
Right.
So we were able to, yeah.
And so you're outsourcing the work. Tell us a little bit about that for people who don't know. So the work comes in, you get the job for a certain price, and then what do you do?
And what I do, I give it to other transcribers to do.
Okay.
At a lower price. And I only give to persons in the group.
Yeah.
I only give to persons in the group. I have great, I've had some issues, but I have found a group of persons that I can rely on. I'm not calling their names. I see some of them here. Thank you guys so much, because without you, I would not have been able to build my business. But I have some persons I can rely on. I give them the files, I get them back. And I'm actually looking, if I could get 5 more persons to add to my team, I'll train you guys. That would be awesome. So I employ, we call it the agency model. So I've been employing the agency model from day one.
Awesome. We love that.
I have been,
I will post this in the transcription group and make sure that people underneath it comment. So I'll take this video, repost it in that group, and you can see who in there would be great to come onto your team.
I need serious persons. I'm just putting it out there. I only need serious persons. If you're going to be making excuses, wasting my time and yours, please don't. Please.
Please don't. Lakeisha says Shannon is very reliable. So
she's on my team. I use her.
We're already right.
Yes, I do.
Now, let's talk about that for a minute, because there's nothing that pisses me off more than someone who cannot communicate and who has a bunch of excuses. I swear to God, if I had $1 for everybody that gave me an excuse, I'd be like owning my own island right now. but for real, no jokes aside, people know it. Like when I hear somebody who gives an excuse, I just want to slap them. You know what I mean? And no excuse is good enough. Let me give you an example. One of the girls in the same transcription group who outsources a whole bunch of her work sent me a message. I hate getting these messages. Alicia, someone in the group is not answering me. You know, I gave them work. It's overdue. I'm like, Jesus, I hate these messages, right? So I said, who is it? I go find that person. I call the person. You know, she's not answering the person who gave her the work, but she's answering my call. Of course, she better answer my call, or because I'm going to kick her out of the group. I know where all y'all live. You know what I mean? I will find you. I take this business so seriously. Like, I do not want one person harming another person that's in our community. This is our community, right? We love this community and we're here to help each other. That's why you're hiring other people in the group. When you could hire someone else in the Philippines or another country, you choose to hire other people in our group because we're a community. Now, this person gave an excuse that their child was in the hospital. And I said, okay, your child's in the hospital. I have been to Bustamante Hospital and had to stay there for 2 days as well. I know what you're talking about. So I asked her, I said, how come you're communicating with me and the lady is sending you so many messages and you're not communicating? And she said, well, I don't know what to say because I don't, you know, I'm at the hospital. I can't do the work. I said, what do you mean you don't know what to say? You say what you just told me, that you're in the hospital timeline when you can get it done. And then she's like, well, you know, how am I going to get it done if I have to sit in the hospital? I'm not doing anything. The kid's sleeping. But I said, where's your laptop? I left it at home. You know, and I have to teach her about what tethering is. So eventually her mom brought her laptop. I taught her what tethering was. Yeah. She, you know, did put the credit on her phone. But, you know, I'm thinking to myself, there's no excuse for non-communication. Right? She could answer my call. So why can't you communicate with the person that you're working for? If you're too afraid to communicate, then you're doing something wrong. Yeah. Then you're doing something wrong. Level up, ladies and gentlemen, right? Be more responsible for who you are. Blessed said that's lame. It is lame.
Yes.
There are excuses. I'm not saying that, you know, everything's going to be smooth in your life all the time, but I guess as someone who's had a lot of traumatic things happen to her as well, I still communicate and deliver. That is so important.
Life happens. Yeah, life happens. I mean, I had one person tell me once that the time had passed, so they didn't know they had to still deliver the job.
Right. Come on. I mean,
I've had so many horror stories, and you know, I just let it go because complaining doesn't help. I just know I'll never use you again.
Right.
You know what happened? Okay, I'm going to share with you.
Yeah.
Last month, I dropped back to level 1. Okay. Persons will tell you whenever I give them files, I always give myself 2-3 days in between, especially, right. And I think I give sufficient time. I always ask my transcribers, are you able to deliver within the time frame? If you have a problem, let me know. I always say that. I usually say I can give you an extra 2-3 hours, but please deliver on time. And I had a series of files, and they weren't the easiest files to do.
Right.
But I got so many late deliveries, and I could not. And it was the same client, so I could not go back to the person again.
Right.
And I was at 89% for my on-time deliveries because she gave me several files, and it broke my heart. And I was like, you know, I was so upset. I worked so hard to get here, and to have this happen to me. But I had persons who were willing to work with me, and I got back up the following month. Things are gonna happen. Right. Things are gonna happen, but just be honest about it. Communicate.
Right.
Communicate. If I know ahead of time, I can do it myself. I can find somebody else. But non-communication, it's just. And for me, I'll give you maybe a second chance, depending on how bad it was. But after that, and remember, guys, what you need to remember, we refer to each other. So if you have done something like that, not communicate, not deliver the work, not do it properly, and somebody comes to me, Shaine, can I recommend some transcribers? I'm sorry, but I can't recommend you. And trust me, the word gets around, especially if you are doing the same thing to other persons. Listen,
we kick them out of the group and they can't get any more jobs from anybody.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy. Yeah.
I need to I need to just do a training session in there about communication. And is this because we weren't taught this at home? Like, did our parents not teach us how to communicate properly?
No. Yeah, I know what it is, Alicia. Let me tell you this is what I personally think it is. Okay, I'll never give somebody a bad review from the group. I'd rather not give you a review, right? So they know that it's not affecting them really. But if I deliver late, right? But if I deliver late to my client, my external clients, chances are I may get a bad review. But I'm not. They know. I mean, we've said it in the group over and over. I'd rather not give you a review than give you a bad review. And I think that is what it is. It's not really affecting them,
right?
But it affects me as external person.
I give bad reviews.
Yeah. I mean, and I told myself that if I have that, especially if it's the same person over and over again. That's the only thing I can think of. I had one person deliver to me a machine transcript. I sent it back 3 times. And this is what I got. Well, I did my best. And that cannot be an excuse. I did my best. Because especially if you did the training, you would know what a proper transcription looked like.
That's right. And the practice files, you would know.
Practice files, you will know.
Right.
You understand? So, it's just been, but as I said, I have some amazing persons on my team. I have some great persons. I can call on them at any time and I can get quality work. Like I've trained some persons. When they send me a file, I know I don't even need to check it. I can send it off right away. And those are the persons I'm looking for.
Right.
To be on my team, because it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to pay you to do the job and turn around having to check it in so much details. That's wasted my time, and time is money when I could be talking to other customers or other buyers. Yeah.
Right. Shannon said that Amanda taught her about tethering. Whether you're in the U.S. or Jamaica, you can tether. Do you tether if you need to?
I do it all the time because I'm always on the road. Last month, my kids competed at an event at the Junior Olympics, and I was on the road for hours driving. I was on my laptop, on my hotspot, working. Right. Delivering files, doing files. Yeah,
absolutely. Everywhere I go, I'm tethering, whether I'm in Jamaica, America, I was in Thailand last month. You know what I mean? Like wherever I am, I'm
at home.
I've got
my internet goes down at home.
Yeah.
I turn my hotspot on because work has to go on.
Work has to go on. Yeah. Sandra said, I need to teach tethering. All right, I'll put it about tethering. So Lakeisha says, hey, if I have a file for Leighton and I have to go on the road, I call her or message her. Leighton, is there enough time? Communication is key. Is Lakeisha on your team yet, Shaine?
No, not yet, but hey, I'm open.
Because my laptop everywhere and I always have data. Winnie said in the group, she takes her laptop everywhere. I take my laptop everywhere. My sister takes her. I go to the doctor's office. I got my laptop. I go to the dentist. I got my laptop. Any time I have in between, I'm always like, you know what I mean? You have to think about that. I'm not waiting. I was in the grocery store. I'm actually in Florida right now. I was in the grocery store. The lines are so long. There's a hurricane coming this way. The lines were so long. I got so much done on my phone just in line at the grocery store. I answered all my emails. Like, I don't waste time just looking around. And then I hear the lady behind me on her phone gossiping for like 30 minutes in line. I'm like, lady, you just wasted 30 minutes of your life talking about what she's doing and what he's wearing. And you know what I'm saying? Some people, you're like, come on, but hey, they just don't know any better. They haven't taken a class on how to level up. Lakeisha says that she needs her own team right now. Lakeisha, awesome. I know that you've done over 300 orders.
Wow.
Blessed said, I've used my phone already to work on a website I was doing for a client. Very good. Make it work, right?
Whatever is necessary.
And Alicia is my biggest motivator. And I told her what my weak areas are, and she was ready to mentor and took it and ran with it. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's see. Yes, you guys are good. Hey, if you're loving what Shaine is saying so far, give her a little love. Press that love and the like button on this video so she sees that you love what she's saying. We really appreciate it, Shaine. I know you have so many other things you could be doing, but you're here teaching and helping other people. And I know that's something that's really big for you. Yeah. Why do you care about others? Like, why are you trying to help others as well? Because it's not only about your journey, but you care about the journey of others in your team. Yeah.
Like for me, there was always, I always had somebody who was there for me. No matter whether I was in corporate, I always had someone who was willing to help develop me. And so I'm always looking to develop other persons.
Yes.
And that is what I have been doing here. I have invited other persons in. I have a former coworker. I invited her over. She did the training. She's now at level 2. I have persons who I gave them their first job in the group. They're now at level 2.
Wow.
So for me, I can't do it alone. If I want to get where I want to get to, I can't do it alone. It means I have to develop persons. I have to take persons on that journey with me.
Yes.
And so if I can do it, other persons can do it. If I can make a living off this, other persons, because there are so many persons out there who are looking an alternative, who are looking to get out of what I call the rat race, the 9 to 5.
Right.
Right. For me, it's about spending more time with my family, with my children. And this affords me the opportunity to do that. And I'm sure there are other persons, a lot of persons have said to me, boy, I get to spend some more time with my family. I get to be at concerts that my children are doing. I get to, you don't miss out on those important opportunities, those important moments with your children.
That's right.
Oh my God, I just saw that's my former manager from First Global.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Rita. I shared it on my page, so I guess some of my support persons are tuning in.
Seeing it.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Look at all the support that you are getting.
Oh, thank you so much.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. And you're definitely motivating and inspiring a lot of people. But what would you say to those people that are just a little bit nervous about getting started? Because this is making money on the internet. I don't care where you're living. There's a lot of scams out there, but we interview people like you so that others can see, well, hey, if she can do it, I can do it too. Yes. And who did you look up to when you first started on this journey? And what do you say to people? So 2 questions, like who did you look up to? And what do you say to people that are just a little bit too scared of this whole internet thing, even though it's been around for this is my 19th year making money on the internet, right? I'm so excited. So what do you say to people who are scared, on the fence?
Well, the first question, I mean, when I heard Layton's story, that was just, it pulled at my heartstrings because she was there in a desperate situation and she made it work, not finishing high school, and she was able to do it.
Right.
So you have no excuse.
Right.
You have no excuse. Get it done. So, I really looked up to Layton and Amanda as well. Those two, I would ask them so many questions. I would message Layton, how did you do it? I want to get where you are. What do I need to do? And she would give me some advice. I did the same thing. Amanda was always there when I needed. Right. When I needed a sounding board, when I needed advice, she was always there. And what I say to other persons, there's a saying that says, what man has done, man can do.
Right.
If somebody ahead of you did it, that means you can do it too.
That's
you just need to have the proper support system. You need to have the proper tools in place. And you have to surround yourself with like-minded persons who are on the same journey as you.
That's right.
Outside of this transcription group, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I found a group that supports stay-at-home moms. And sometimes when I think I'm so tired and I can't go anymore, I go there and I get a little inspiration. So you must do that. Don't surround yourself with the persons who are going to say, boy, $5, I'm not working for $5. No, so that must be a scam. If you surround yourself with those negativity, then you're not going to be able to see the bigger picture. Always have the bigger picture in mind. Right. Always have a why. You always have to remember, why is it you started this journey in the first place? For me, it was wanting to spend more time with my children, with my family. And as long as I'm able to do that, then for me, I would have fulfilled what it is I set out to do. So always have a why. Put it up. I have pictures of my children all around. So every step I take, I say, okay, when I'm tired, oh my God, this is why I'm doing it. When I can't get to eat until very late, this is why I'm doing it.
That's right.
And so that is what I do. And that's what I tell other persons to do. Just find the right persons. I'm always willing to mentor someone. So if it is that you're on this journey, you're still not sure, you're still on the fence, or you still don't see where you're going, you can send me a message. I'll help you through. As I said, what man has done, man can do. So you just have to do it. And as we say it over and over, you can't make money and make excuses at the same time.
That's right.
You just can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite saying right there. Vivienne, Vivian Brown says, "You are making me so proud, Shaine."
She is also my former coworker who I told about this when I started. Come on, you are great at this. And Vivian made time. She made
awesome. Look at that. And Vivian is still in Jamaica then.
Still in Jamaica, still has her 9 to 5, and she is doing so well. You need to interview her next too. You should interview her.
Vivian, I am going to interview you. So where do you work now? Is she First Global or NCB? NCB?
Yeah.
Vivian, send me a message in my inbox with your number, right? I'd love to reach out to you and interview you. I love your story, you know? I'm so partial to NCB. NCB has supported us in ways that you guys have no idea, right? So I'm a big supporter of NCB. They've supported me and our team and our business and our journey so much. I'm gonna cry, but no, they've proved it to us. So yeah. So Vivian, you're next. You're next.
Oh my God, I'm setting her up.
Jude says, "Speak, girl. Tell them I'm enjoying this." And it's not a problem. Like NCB has sent people to our boot camp, like NCB employees to our boot camps, which has been really nice. So I love it when businesses support their employees as well by allowing them to learn a new skill. So even government agencies in Jamaica have brought me in to teach at a session or a training to teach their workers. It's been great. So Blessed said vision boards are great too. Yes. Hey, somebody asked, I can't remember who it is, like how do they get in touch with us? Dwight is just saying you can call or WhatsApp him at 876-374-7044. That is our office number. So you're always welcome to call him or WhatsApp him. All right, guys. What questions do you have for Shaine? It's your time to type those questions in the question box below. So go ahead, type your questions. I'll ask her your questions and we'll make sure that they get answered before she jumps off. But you got to do it now, right? Right now, any question you want. Well, not any question. Keep it clean, right? But we got some crazy people. But ask her the question so that that she can answer it. So tell us this. Shaine, where are you headed? What is your goal? By 2020, how much do you want to be making every single month? We're past half of the year now. We're looking towards 2020. January 2020 hits. It's January, the last day of the month. You look at your bank account. How much did you make that month?
Listen, I'm going for a minimum of 5,000. I just did the VA course as well. I've acquired a lot of new skills that I still need to sharpen and put into practice. And if I'm able to do that, then listen, $5,000.
$5,000
minimum.
Yeah. I hear you.
Why not?
You guys hear her, right? She'll do it. We know that she'll do it. So I just want to make sure that everybody heard what she said. $5,000 by, you know, when January hits and she looks at her bank account, that's how much money she's making.
Yep.
Let me ask the people that are listening to you right now, how much will you make when you look at your bank account for January of 2020? What does it say? What does your statement say? Let's hear it. Let's tell her. Let's tell Shaine what your statement says. Blessed said, while they're writing that, Blessed said, wait, where did that go? Do you ever reject orders? And if you do, why would you reject an order?
Okay. I have rejected offers before. For me, one, you have to value your time and you have to know your worth. So I've had buyers who have approached me and they wanted me to do a lot of files, lots of audit minutes, and they didn't want to pay what it was worth. And I know the time I'm going to have to put into it. I know what my time is valued, and I've had to reject files for that because I can't work for nothing at all. I'm no longer at the $5 stage, especially when it is not even $5. Right? You can't be asking me to do 3 hours for $20. That's not going to work. I've had persons ask me to do some crazy things on phone. I'm not going to do that. A girl wanted me to call her husband to let her know that she was in an accident and she's in critical condition. So I've had to reject offers because one, you have to remember your values. Your values always have to be in check.
That's right.
So yeah, I have rejected jobs. I've been approached to do not product testing. The scam, you have a lot of those scam ones that come. The what you call it, the payroll scams.
Okay.
Of course, from I see those spam.
Really?
I guess because I'm in the US,
yes.
I get so many of those, the payroll scam ones, and I just have to. I just spam them. I don't even respond most times because I know what they look like now, and because I have done.
So you can even report them to Fiverr, and Fiverr will remove them from the platform and ban them.
Yeah.
You want to get even? Like I like that. Report.
So yeah, I have.
Yeah, you have. All right. So we've got another question here. What is it like being a VA? And describe or tell us about some of the jobs that you've got as a VA.
Okay, so I have done typing. I have done file classification. I've done data entry. I have done a bit of work adding contacts to MailChimp. I have done that. I have done a lot of research. I've done quite a bit of research jobs.
Do you like research jobs? We talked about that in another interview.
Yes, because research jobs, they take some time, but it is not as hard and time consuming as, say, transcription. And you can make a lot of money from research jobs.
And you can.
My second highest order was from research.
Your second biggest order was from research. And what was that? What did they want you to research? Do you remember?
So they gave me a website, and it had hundreds of individuals, and they wanted me to determine all of the African American, and they wanted me to determine, I think, their nationality.
Okay.
So I went in. It was easy. All the black dermatologists. So it was very easy to differentiate those. And then I just took my time. Google. I found a doctor's listing. I don't remember the name of the site the pictures would pop up. So as soon as I saw the person, I was like, okay, you're definitely not African American. And I would go and search LinkedIn. I would search Google and Facebook to see if I could get some information on those persons. And yeah, that was $450.
Wow. $450?
Yes, $450 because it was
$50.
And you know what? That job I almost underpriced because I had just started offering VA at that time. Okay. And I really wanted to get the reviews.
Yes.
So I realized it was going to take me a lot of time. And I was like, I wonder if I should offer $150. And I was discussing it and I was told, are you crazy? You can't do that. And I said $450 and the person did not even hesitate. They were like, okay, that's awesome. $450.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I should have said $550.
Exactly. But yeah, research. I know a lot of research.
Who here is now interested in doing some online research? Like online research, we've talked about it before. Winnie has talked about it before. And a lot of people don't realize that as long as they've got some good common sense and can Google deep and think for a minute, they just like how you did. Did they tell you how to find out if they're African American or not? But you figured it out. You just Googled it out.
Yeah. Google.
Google. Yeah. Google is your friend, people. Yeah. Google is your friend.
Yep.
So yeah, pay attention to online research because it really is. We talk about it in the VA class because Ava does online research as well. I know Winnie was telling a joke about how somebody wanted her to research a garage door company that could come fix their garage. And we're joking about it because she said it took her like 2 minutes, right? She had to have their zip code and she found a place on maybe Angie's List or Yelp or something with good reviews and sent them, here's my number 1 choice, here's my number 2 choice. And they're like, oh my God. So we're just laughing because Winnie's like, by the time it took them to find her, hire her, explain it to her, they could have found the information themselves.
Yes.
But why do people hire online researchers? There's a few reasons why, Shaine. Why do people hire you to do their research?
Well, I think maybe persons don't have the time. I'm going to say that's the biggest thing. They don't have the time.
Yep, they don't have the time. And sometimes they don't think that they can find the results that a researcher can find. So, for example, the person who wants to find a garage door company, they trust Winnie as an online researcher more than they would trust themselves Googling. Oh, she probably knows how to do it better than.
And it's the same process, the same resources.
But I definitely see that. I mean, I hire people every day, all day long to do work for me. And it's because I want to leverage other people's time to get things done so I can work on building my business. So that's a really big reason there.
Which is why I outsource most of my jobs, because most of my transcription jobs, because I need the time to do the research jobs, to do the phone calls when I decide to do those, and to learn new skills. So that's what I do.
So let's recap, Shaine, as you're enjoying your evening in Virginia. Let's recap the things that you do online. Phone calls. What type of phone calls do you do? Is it appointment setting, mystery calls?
I do a lot of somehow I get a lot of personal calls. Persons asking me to do personal calls. I do appointment setting. I do some cold calls. I do about mystery calls. I've done some mystery calls before as well.
Okay, sounds good. You do transcription. Biggest job transcribing a sermon that you got, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say the word "what a coincidence" from yesterday, but it's not.
I thought it was.
It was meant for you.
Yes.
So that is great. And then you also do online research. Biggest job you've had for that was $450, right? $450. What else did you do? Do I miss anything? Oh, you do.
I do typing. I do typing as well. Yeah.
And typing as well. Okay. And so tell us this: how have you enjoyed your journey and where you're going and being your own boss? What has that meant to you and to your family?
Listen, it has been like a dream come true for me because, as I said, I like spending time with my children. I like being there for all the important things that they do. So even though financially I'm not where I want to be right now, and I have not yet replaced my income, the time that I get to spend with them, I can't put a price on that. Oh. Being here when they get home from school, I might not be able to be spending that much time with them because I'm working, but it's just been great. I've been saving on daycare.
Yes.
I don't have a car loan. If I had to go and get a 9 to 5, I would have to get another vehicle, get a car loan, insurance, wear and tear on my vehicles, the transit, wardrobe. So so even though I have not replaced my income, the money that I'm saving by not being out there 9 to 5, it's like I'm making it. It makes up for it. So it's just been great. It's just been great. I get to set my own time. I get to choose the job that I want to do.
Right.
And I learned so much from what I'm doing because I did a transcription job recently, and it was transcribing some files that literally was teaching you how to set up a VA business.
How to set up a what business?
A virtual assistant business.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. So, I learned so much. I have done some files that just have shifted things in me that has made me grow on a spiritual level. It's just been great. It's just been awesome. It's just been awesome.
Every single transcriber says that. Every single one says they're learning for free.
So much,
keep learning, because when you have to type something that you're listening to, you're really learning something. So I think that's why a lot of our top transcribers grow so much personally as well, because they're not just transcribing, they're learning new things, which is a really big deal. A really good point. All right, guys, if you're interested in being a VA, our next VA class is coming up soon, and you can just go to thepaidva.com. Now, it used to be called VA Jamaica, but we had to change that because, hey, Shaine is in America. We've got a bunch of people from the Caribbean, and, I kind of have to get away from this, always using Jamaica in all of our names. But, we just changed the name. It's thepaidva.com because we all want to be highly paid virtual assistants. So you can head on over to that website, sign up for the next class. The class is only $200 US. You can also do payment plans. We have a payment plan running right now where you can do a 3-pay of $77. We did not have that before, Shaine, when you joined the class, but we recently added that. And you know what? I'll put our phone number here because you can WhatsApp Dwight if you're interested. Hang on, let me do that really quick. I don't care when you're listening to this, if you're listening to this live or you're listening to a rebroadcast of this, you can WhatsApp this number and Dwight will take care of you. 876-374-7044. Dwight is on right now, and he's in the comments as well. So if you comment, he'll also see those comments anytime, comment anytime. He'll come back, look at the comments, and can assist you as well. So Shaine, we're so excited that you spent this time with us today. This has been, you've had so many people here that have said that you've given them aha moments and breakthroughs. You've motivated them and encouraged them. Before I let you go, I want you to give us some final words. You know, tell the people that are listening how much you believe in them and what they need to do to really level up. A lot of times people just need someone to tell them, I believe in you, you can level up. Here's what I would do if I were you. Take it away.
Okay, so there are two main things. Avoid what I call self-sabotage. That is where you tell yourself that you can't do it. Right. Always believe that you can. Just always, sometimes you just have to get out of your own way. This is one of those businesses that you have to get out of your own way. Get out of your own head. Yes. Just think that you can do it and do it. Another thing, you have to set yourself apart. You have to differentiate yourself. Remember, you're in a marketplace that everybody is competing for the same thing. And I don't like to use the word competing, but there are persons out there who are offering the same service that you are offering for cheaper.
Yes.
And maybe have more experience than you. But what it is that you are going to do to set yourself apart from them. So what I do in my, when you're sending the offer, what you call it, the signature part of it.
Yes.
In there, I put, thank you for your service, whatever is there. And I also say, if you like the service that was delivered to you, favorite my gig by doing X.
Right.
Leave me a review and refer me and refer my service to other persons. And I can't tell you how many persons have come back to me and said, I was referred to you by this person.
Wow. Repeat that again. What do you put in your signature?
So I tell them, favorite my gig by clicking the hearts.
Yeah.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
And refer me to somebody.
That's perfect.
And from time to time, persons that you have connected with a long time ago, go back through, send them a message. Hi, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. Just something like that. Because you have to give them, when they think of certain things, you have to be front and center in their mind. They would always remember, hey, this person does this. Let me make contact with them to see if they can assist me with that. So do the things like that. Differentiate yourself from the competition.
That's so true.
Yes, I heard a quote yesterday. Be so good, they can't ignore you. Yeah. Always remember that. Be so good, they can't ignore you. Whenever they think of offering of virtual assistants, if you offer virtual assistant services, hey, let me connect with Shaine. Let me connect with Amanda. Let me see if she knows how to do this, or she can refer me to somebody else. Just always do that. Always think and know that you can. If you can't do it, Google. I'm going to share one last thing with you. I remember I got a job. I've turned down a lot of jobs in the past. And after this job, I was like, wow, I've been letting money pass through my fingers. This person placed an order without sending me a message before.
Okay.
And it was like late in the night, 1 o'clock. So when I got up, about 10 hours had passed already, and I didn't see this. And it was a 24-hour turnaround. Wow. And I was in panic mode. And I think it was a $15 job. It was virtual assistant as well. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I Googled it. It took me 5 minutes to do.
Wow.
5 minutes. And after that, I was like, wow. But all along, you're telling people, oh, I don't offer this service. I don't know how to. When Google was there. And it's because of fear, because of doubt, because we're afraid of getting those bad reviews. You sometimes have to take a risk and take a chance on yourself.
That's
just get it done.
I love that. I love that. And when you find that people are asking you to do the same thing over and over again, or you find something that's really good, like I was telling you, hey, that sermon, $600, your biggest order, you better set up a gig that says,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I hope that sermon, those transcriptions that you're going to do for this, these sermons, or how many are there and how many files are there? Do you know?
I think it's 16 hours. 16 hours or something like that. 16 to 20 hours.
Okay. Yeah. So as you do these files, we know that, they will impact the people that you pass them on to. And as you're reviewing it, will impact you as well. So I commend you on that, and I can't wait to see your gig. I think everybody now is going to set up a gig that says, I will transcribe your sermon, right?
Yes, because so many persons are seeking that service. Yeah.
You know, I was talking to a girl in North Carolina, one of our students in North Carolina. She does phone call gigs, and I set her up with someone who hired her to do a phone call service. He loved the work that she did. He gave her a tip. You know, he told me, thank you for referring her. She did an awesome job. So it was for his people that were coming to an event. They had the event is over. She did a good job, you know, reminding everybody of the event. So I sent her a message and I'm like, he loved your work. He gave you a bonus. The event is over. Now what do you do? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, think about it. What do you do? I don't know. I said, send the man a message and tell him, I loved calling your people. Your event is over. Let me call them, ask them how they enjoyed the event. If they could refer 3 people to the next event, I'll call them, you know, give me their name, phone number, and I'll invite them on your behalf. And, you know, ask him, I'm just saying, like, have this conversation with him about the things that you can do. Ask him if he sold anything at the event and to give you a list of the people who didn't buy. So you can ask them if they're interested in or need a payment plan. I'm like, make yourself valuable. Think about what other services you can offer to that person, because they might not be thinking about it. And now if this girl does this, this guy's going to be like, you are so smart. I'm going to hire you for everything. And I told her, I'm like, if that was me, I would be like, I didn't even think about that. Thank you so much for even suggesting that. Of course I would hire you to do that. Yeah. And then the next month I would say, hey, you know, the people that showed interest that still didn't pay or whatever, let me call them again. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now hire me to follow up with them on the 3 referrals that they were supposed to make to us. So, you know, always go back and ask for more work. Sometimes people are afraid to do that, but the people that you make those recommendations and suggestions for are grateful for it, right? Yeah. People need you to say, I have this service. I can do this for you. Give them ideas. I told her, Google it, find out, you know, get a script on Google and say, here's the script that I would use to call your people. Like, give it to him on a silver platter that he cannot say no to hiring you, right? Yeah. So always offer more value. Hey, Tamika, is it Tamika Boyd? I saw her one day and she came up to me and she was like, thanks so much for the transcription class. I'm making, I think it was like $1,600 a month from one client. Every month they're hiring her to do all their transcription. Yeah. And I was like, great. How did you get that client to stick with you every month? And she said, when they gave her the transcript, not only did she transcribe it, but she gave them a summary of the transcript. So at the top of the transcript, it was a summary, and then it was a transcript after that. And I said, really? That's a great idea. She's like, well, I did the whole transcript anyway. I know what it's about. I could write the summary. Yeah. And the lady that hired me to do the transcription said, my people like the summary so much that now they want a summary every single time. So I have to hire you to do it. Yeah. You know, she herself so valuable to the customer. And it's a really good story about, you know, think a little bit outside the box, over deliver, and make it so that the customer says, you know what, because you did that, I have to hire you to do all the transcription. In fact, I'm going to put you on a monthly retainer to do all of my transcription. You know what I mean? That's so awesome. Make sure that you're making yourself valuable. All right, everybody, that's it for us. What I want you to do right now is give Shaine a thank you in the comments. She can see them. So tell her thank you. Tell her what you thought about this interview. Vivian, I'm coming at you for the next I'm coming at you too. Who else wants to do an interview? And if you guys would all do us the favor of sharing this. Shaine said that she shared it on her page. Share it on your page. Get the word out. I think that it's such a beautiful thing that you helped Vivian and your other friend to also learn this skill and do transcription, and they were doing work for you, right?
Yeah, they started out. Yeah.
And do they deny you work now because they're so big? Are they like, I'm too busy for you, Shaine?
Listen, I have some persons now, they are asking me, some person that I trained or I gave them their first job, and they're now asking me for transcribers. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So the thing is, a lot of people say, you know, we keep training people and being virtual assistants and transcribers and doing the phone call stuff. And they ask the question, is it going to get oversaturated? Like, you keep training people.
Never.
Oversaturated. Never. There are never enough good transcribers. Shaine, do you have enough good transcribers on your team?
I need more. I have great transcribers on my team, but I could always use more.
You could always use more. And everybody who has a team says the same thing, right? And so there's always room for more. And the thing is, too, it feels like the more transcribers we train, the more transcribers we need, because they all come back to us and say, we need some more people trained because I've got so much work. And that's a really great thing. The time that we're in right now, the work is only going to get more because content is king. People are doing so many interviews. Podcasts are blowing up. If you're a transcriber and you do not have a gig up that says, I will transcribe your podcast, you're missing out, right? Put up a gig that says, I will transcribe your podcast, and you will see that you'll start to get orders for that as well. So there's a demand out there for transcribing. Hey, have a gig that says, I will transcribe your Facebook Live, right? Your YouTube Live. People are doing lives. I will transcribe your lives videos because so many people are doing lives like we're doing right now, and they need them transcribed. So I'm like, why don't I have these transcribed? I need to transcribe all the interviews that we do. So guys, make sure that you are that you take all of the knowledge that you gained from Shaine's interviews and all the other interviews that we've done and apply it. Because if you don't apply, if you don't implement, then you're definitely missing out. You can put them on video.
My son just got home and he wants to give me a kiss.
Hi. You say hi to everybody. That's great. And that's what it's all about right there. There's your why.
Yes, that's it.
There's her why. So let's see in the comments, just tell her everything that you loved about her interview. And then I want you guys to commit to sharing it. Share it with one person. Share it on your page. Get the word out. Just like she's helping other people, you help yourself. Definitely help yourself. Take a class. Go to the paidva.com. Call our office. Or WhatsApp Dwight, 876-374-7044. If you need help, reach out, ask for it, but also help other people. So please be committed to sharing this. If you're committed to sharing it, just say me so Shaine can see that you're going to share her interview, and let's continue to get the word out, spread the word, not just on the beautiful island of Jamaica, but wherever you are and wherever you have friends, share it with them. Let's continue to help people to build their own opportunities, create a lifestyle that's their freedom lifestyle, their laptop lifestyle, where they can do what they want when they want and focus on their whys. So thank you guys so much. Shannon says, thank you guys. I'm going back to work on my gigs, right? Alicia just offered her services. Alicia, I will transcribe your live interviews. Hit me up. That's a right there. I love her.
Yes.
So, Shauna says, Lakeisha, sorry, Shauna's talking to you, Shaine. She says, I'm just about to start. Can I join your team and do
Definitely. Send me a message.
Send her a message. Lisa says, thank you, Shaine. I missed the first half, but I'll definitely watch the replay, right? Sharon says, thank you, Shaine, for your inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Blessed says, let's go to Shannon says, I'm pulling up my socks. This was so motivating. Oh, wow.
Oh, thanks, Shannon.
Interview, Shaine. I'm so proud of you. Trudy-Ann says, great interview. Charla says, up, Shaine, up.
That's my former manager again. Oh my God.
Former manager where? Which?
NCB Insurance.
House tonight, right? We love you, NCB. So, Charla, are you doing any freelancing yet? If not, you need to get on that. Is she doing any yet?
Not yet. I told her she has a lot. She has some amazing skills. Okay. I told her about it already. So let's see if this will prompt her to do it.
All right. Charla, sign up for the VA course. You need to. Negrita said, Shaine, this was so inspiring and so informative, right?
Oh, thank you.
Deanna said, I would, but I'm too shy. Too shy for what?
To do what?
I don't know. Can't be too shy to make money. Anybody try to make money? No.
No.
Faithlin says, thank you, Shaine. Great tips. Differentiating in your own unique way.
Definitely.
Amanda says, I want to do an interview. Amanda, did I not interview you yet?
I'm sure. Another one.
Another one, Amanda, right? So inbox me. Blessed said, thank you, Shaine. Really enjoyed it. Keep helping others. Wow.
Thank
Says,
you.
so much, Shaine. You were awesome. Sandra says, thank you. All the best. Kanisha says, thank you. Most inspiring and motivational. This must be making you feel really good. You sleep really good.
Yes.
Lisa says, thank you for always motivating me, Shaine. Wow, look at
Who
that.
Said that?
Lakeisha.
Oh, thanks, Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, yes. Lacey says, great tips. I love how you are so willing to help others. Anna Marie says, I already shared it with 4 people. Yes, good job.
Thank you.
Applause there, Shaine.
Awesome.
Right, and Lakeisha, Vivine, Joan all said that they are going to share this interview as well. So, gosh, people are just giving you so much here. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Deanna says she's just too shy to do an interview. No, you're not. Come on. Come on. How was this interview for you, Shaine? Not too bad, right?
It was, no, not at all. It's like having a conversation with someone.
All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you, Shaine, for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
We have another live tomorrow, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Check out the other recordings on the Facebook page and do your job to share this with others. We love you guys. Bye. Make that money. Money. For the paidva.com. Make sure that you go there or make sure that you call us, sign up for a class. I will see you in the next class. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.